Caribou River wayside here. Got my Fenix 3 on. Now there's my rental car that I kind of splurged on. As you can see here, this is the area of my first cache site. Superior Hiking Trail, Caribou Falls, Manitou River, that way, Cross River, blah, blah, blah. But I stashed my cache over here. It's got water and food. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to hike. This is where I'm going to end up, and this is where the shuttle will take me. So now, I'm going to use my Fenix 3 to save my location here. You can see it's fall here. It's really nice. It's leaves are changing color. You can really see there's a gray bag right there. That's my cache. So, in order to save location, long press the up button. Go down to save location and wait for GPS. Turn the light on there. Might take a second. I'm up here on the Superior Hiking Trail. Well, technically I'm not on the trail. I'm off the trail a little bit here. I'm at a trailhead. But I have GLONASS on and GPS. So there we go. There I'm at 747 feet. There's my position. I'm going to press start to save. Perfect. Now I want to go make sure I have it. So I'm going to go to navigation. I'm going to go to courses, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to the map. And it's going to take a second to load. And I just want to make sure that I have it. Whoops. All right, let's see here. There you go, come on. Focus in. All right, let's see here. So, there it is. I'm just walking back to my car now. I got to go drop some more caches. I'm going to look at the map. And zoom in. Arrow that way. Arrow down, arrow that way, zoom in, arrow down. Okay, so now you can see that the name of my cache is 30 September 1846. I don't want to name that cache that, so I can see it's there, but I'm going to edit the cache. So I go up to, go to navigation, go down to saved locations, go to here, and I name it. I'm going to rename it. So I'm going to go like that. Whoops. That's my hotkey there. And I'm just going to call this 1, as this is cache number 1. 1. Check mark. Name 1. Now I'm going to go back onto navigation and check courses and check that again and see what it looks like. There it is. Okay, so perfect. So now tomorrow morning after I'm done camping here at my campsite tonight, and I walk down here, you can also see the blue arrow shows that's where I'm at. That's my location. So there you go. Number 1. Perfect. Exit out of this, go drop my other caches, and then proceed to hike. Awesome cache site. I'm at the Cross River wayside here. Change of plans. It's my second one that I'm dropping, but it's actually going to be my third one that I'm going to use. So, do what I did before. Go over to save location. Waiting for GPS. I don't know why it's so fuzzy there. Alright, there's my saved location for my cache site. I hit the start to save it. It's saved. Oops. Now I'm going to go down to navigation and go to save locations. I'm going to edit it right here. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it 3 because it's the third cache that I'm actually going to be using. Oops. Okay, right there. Go up 2 numbers. Go down to 3. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm good to go. Now on to the next one. All right, here is my next stash. Or cache, I guess you can call it. Go down to save location. Wait for GPS. This is at the Britton Peak trailhead for the Superior Hiking Trail. Start to save. I'm going to edit the name, and I'm going to call this number 2 because this is going to be the second cache that I'm actually going to pick up when I'm hiking. Now, if it's not there, like if an animal gets it or if somebody sees it, thinks it's garbage and throws it away, then that's fine. You know, good to go. And final cache. And the time to save the location. Right now it's almost 8 o'clock at night. Save, edit, name. Yep, somebody's parked up there in the parking. And I'm going to call this number 4. So the last one that I will actually pick up. Perfect. And it's good to go. I've arrived at my destination where I'm going to start my hike. I need to do a couple things here. First thing, I need to calibrate the altitude. So in order to do that, I go to Settings, go down to Sensors, and I go to Altimeter. Calibrate, and I go use GPS. And I'm not exactly sure the elevation here. Earlier it said it was at like 1132. So I'm just going to use the GPS here and see what it says that I'm at. I have the GLONASS enabled as well. Let's see how long it takes. Yep, 11:57. Well, there we go. So it's good to go. Now I also want to calibrate. Well, I don't need to calibrate the compass. I want to see what is up with the compass, maybe if the compass is right. So if the compass is right, Sugarloaf Road, which I'm on right now. Yep, this is north. Yep, and so I'm going to be going west. So that's right. The compass is right. Altimeter is right. Barometer is fine. Now I'm going to now I'm going to enable a couple different things here. Okay, a couple things I want to enable. Sensors that I want to enable. So go to Settings, go down to Sensors, go down to Heart Rate Monitor. I'm wearing that right now, so I'm going to connect. Wait till that connects, and then I'm going to monitor this hike, a heart rate monitor, and I'm going to have the temperature, the Tempe external thermometer going too. So let's see if this catches it here. Take a little second here for it to catch. I haven't worn the heart rate monitor for a minute, so hopefully everything's good to go with it. Okay, failed to connect. Is it because I didn't wet the things? Let's try it again. That's not good. Should connect right away. I don't understand why it would fail. Searching. Connect. Let's try it again. It should connect. I mean, it's just through Ant Plus, and it's like 6 inches from my chest. Well, I hope everything's okay with it. Well, I guess it's not critical if it doesn't connect. I'll see what happens. So now a Tempe thermometer. I'm going to connect that. That should be on my backpack. Connected. Well, that was easy. Oops. Let's try that one. Try the heart rate again. Well, somebody pulled it in right there. Anyway, I'm going to get out of this. Set it up. And someone's pulling in, so they're getting ready to hike too. Getting ready to set off on the adventure here, and it's going to be pretty interesting. All right, I got my heart rate monitor on. I got my thermometer strapped to the backpack, and now I'm going to set this activity as a hike. No, let me go back. I'm going to go to the course, and on navigation, and go to courses, and go to SHT Fall 2016, and I'm going to do the course. It's going to take a second here to load up, and I'm going to do it as a hike, and it's waiting. GPS acquired, and the heart rate monitor is going to acquire here in a second, and the thermometer is good to go. So I'm going to start it, and I'm going to put it on my wrist and get to heading out here. Just a second, let me get that map zoomed out. So I want to see where there's the campsite. Oops, that's not right. There we go. Let's go back this way. And I want to follow this. And I want to zoom in a little bit more. Zoom out a little bit more. And it looks like it's a little over half a mile to the campsite. And that's not bad. Or a little bit more. All right. And I'm going to put this on the dark out. I don't know if you can see stars in the sky. See if there's any bright ones. You can't really see them, but I'll light up my watch here. See what's what. Yep, I knew I was going the wrong way. I have to go south. I was going north before. No wonder it was weird. So now I have to go south, which is where I'm going. Yes, okay. So now I'm going to, you can't see it, but I'm gonna zoom out here. Pan zoom, I'm gonna zoom out. There we go. Okay, now you can see it. So that is the campsite I'm trying to go to. I was all turned around. So yeah, it's like half a mile away, about 3/4 of a mile away. And let's see the other stats here. Since I'm following a course, it shows this. It says I'm on course, distance remaining 3.41. I don't really know what that means. Till maybe I hit something else. I'm not quite sure what the distance remaining is. There is the, oh, I see. Distance remaining until I hit the beginning of the course. The beginning of the course was at the south end of the course, but I'm not going the whole 3 miles. So there's that little chart, a little distance chart or elevation chart too. Estimated time of arrival is a minute, and that's to the beginning of the course. Distance remaining. Estimated time, no, I'm sorry, I'm off course yet, 21:53. Now, timer, you can see I've been going for 8 minutes and 27 seconds, haven't really gone anywhere. My average speed is nothing. And time of day is 8:48. You can see it's going to take a while to adjust here. Elevation 11:54, max elevation 11:58, min 11:53, ascent is 0 because I haven't gone anywhere. Temperature 54 degrees, sunrise, sunset, good to know. When I set my alarm for the sunrise, I'll set it for like 5 a.m. so I can get up early and see the sunrise. Heart rate is a little bit up because I've been moving a little bit. And that's the training something or other down there on the bottom right, I forgot. And back to the map. So I'm going to put the phone down here. There we go. See if we can kind of see. Getting close to the campsite. Looks like I'm very close. So let me try see some other things here. There we go. You can see the time of day, about 9:23. Been going for half an hour. 0.77 miles. Average speed's very slow. I had to track back because I dropped my sleeping bag. Elevation now, gone down a little bit. 1134, max elevation 1166. Ascent 30 feet up. See, temperature 51.6. I have the Tempe thermometer on the back of my pack. Heart rate's up. Yeah, heart rate's up. Trying to go as fast as I can. I've been hearing sounds in the woods, so. And I'll shut this off and keep on rolling. All right, I arrived at my little campsite area here. Just cowboy camping. Real simple. Out in the open. There's the little Crystal Creek campground area there. It's a little fire pit, little bench. You see some trees and stuff right there. Nice wide open area, I guess. Kind of small. Here's my little pack. And I got a little pillow and tarp and a little pad underneath and a blanket, and then sleeping bag unopened or rolled open. So now I'm using the light on my phone just so you can kind of see the campsite as well. It's having a hard time focusing though, so I'm going to, there we go. So now I'm going to set an alarm. I know this says sunrise at 7:01, or no, let's see, sunrise. When was the sunrise? Let's see. When the hell did I say the sunrise was? Sunrise, sunset. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter when it is. I'm setting it for 5. Let's see. So I'm going to set an alarm. So I'm going to do that. Press the up button. Go to settings. Oops, sorry, don't go to settings. Go down to clock. Alarm clock. Add alarm. Time. I'm going to do it at 500 hours, 0 minutes, and there we go. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll do it for 5:30. Seems more civilized. The sun will probably be coming out anyway. I'll probably wake up before this. Good. Frequency once, notification, tone and vibration, backlight on. Perfect. So now the alarm is set. Get up, make a little breakfast. If it's cold, I'll make a fire. If not, I'll just eat just whatever I have. All right. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have my backlight set at 5%. So I'm going to change it. Let's see what 100% looks like. Let's go down there to backlight. Brightness, 5%. Let's go to 100. And let's see what I can light up here around me. Oh, that's not bad. There's my little shoes. Well, certainly, you can't really tell, but it is bright enough to see if there's something close by. There's my tarp. There you go. There's my little blanket. I don't think I'm going to put it at 100 though. I think I'm going to put it back down to 5. Gee whiz, that's bright. Yeah, that'd be too bright if I wanted to look at it. Middle of the night. There we go. That's better. Alright, well that's good to know. Just waking up here. There's my little campsite. Just waking up. Everything looks good. Everything looks intact. Let me check my watch. Six o'clock, perfect. I had set an alarm for 5:30 and I kept hitting snooze and kept hitting snooze. And then I reset the alarm for 6:15, but I got to get up here and make a fire. So, let's see how that goes. Kind of got to get warm here a little bit. Let me just get some of my fire stuff. Get some water out here. Try to dry my shirt off. That really didn't work very well. There we go. Some of my fire stuff here. Let's see if this is it. No, that's not it. Remember exactly where I put all my fire stuff. Oh, I put it in here with my food. That's right. Now they say that you should never keep your food with you, but you know what? I did, so I broke all the rules, I guess. Where is the newspaper? Actually, I'll just turn my headlamp on. A little fire going. Good, now hopefully this burns. I find some little tinder or whatever to put on top. It took a while. Ended up having to put a couple little fire starter blocks in there, and then use a wooden match. But you can see the sun is coming up a little bit. It is 6:10. Let's see here. Now I gotta find some more wood and boil up some breakfast. Reset my alarm for 6:15, and there it goes. So I'm going to touch snooze and then go in there and turn it off. Set out here, 7:08. Got everything all cleaned up. Right there, I'm going to pack on. You can see. Here we go. Kind of cumbersome, but got a jug of water that I put some Crystal Light in. There's the Pop-Tarts. Those are cinnamon brown sugar. Anyway, I'm going to check my paper map, and then I'm going to set my watch on hike on the course. So, let's see exactly where I'm at. So, I am right up here, Crystal Creek, right there, and I need to get down to here. I believe it's a couple miles. I should be good to go. Should have time. And put this thing back in my pocket and start this on a hike. Actually, follow the course. So go down to, there we go, down to navigation. Let's see if we can get better focus in there. Come on. Once I got on navigation, going down to courses, SHT fall, do course. Yep, Give it a second here. Do it as a hike. Got my heart rate monitor, I got my temperature sensor. Waiting for GPS to lock on now. GPS is ready. And I start. So now I want to get an idea of how much farther I have to go. So right there is the beginning. That's the beginning of the course. So that's where I'm going to go and get picked up by the shuttle. And it looks like I don't have very long, maybe a little over a mile and a half. So that's good. See what we got going on here. Distance remaining 41 miles. That's funny. All right. 7:11. Distance 0. Average speed nothing. I'm at 1,000 feet. Temperature 53.3. A little warmer. Oh, I don't know if that's right. I think that's not right, but that's all right. Heart rate 130. Just got up, moving around. Put this on my watch or on my wrist and head out. I've gone quarter mile, 11 minutes, and that's going slow. Average speed 1.4. But you can see up here. Estimated time 36 minutes. At estimated time I'll get there 7:59. I have a little over 2 miles or under 2 miles remaining. You can see I'm on course. 1.91 miles. And there is the map. I'm going to keep it on that for a while. And here I go. I'm out here. There was my mile time. 30 minutes, 48. 7:42. Distance 1 mile, average speed 1.9. Just beautiful out here this morning. Just nice. Nice and cool. Well, let's see what the temperature is actually. The elevation, I'm at 11:15. Temperature 52.4. Perfect. Perfect hiking weather. My heart rate, not so perfect. As I'm moving. And there's the map. Got quite a ways to go. Let's see here. You can see right there that number 1 and that little purple thing and the little dot, that is the starting point of my trail, or of the track, I guess. It's not technically the starting point. And that is the first cache I have. So, awesome. Overlook here. There's Lake Superior out in the distance there. There is the Caribou River down there. And I'm almost to the wayside. And let me see here. Yep. Got a little bit ways to go. Let's see. 0.63 miles to go to the wayside where I have my first cache. And that's also where the shuttle is going to pick me up. It's 8:04. Average speed. You see I've been walking for almost an hour. Gone 1.5 miles. Elevations is decreasing obviously because I'm getting down closer there. Okay. Temperature 50 degrees. Yeah, I think that thing is adjusted in the back. There we go. Heart rate's up, calories, gee whiz. But I want to see the time of day again. Let's see. 8:04. Alright, 8:04. And looks good. Okay. So, go back to the map. And that's it. Cool. Take some pictures here. I've been walking for an hour. My little alert that said drink came up, so I got to take a little drink. And there's the Caribou River. Pretty close to the campsite. Or the cache site. Let's see here. Go down to there. You can see on the map. Pretty close. Distance remaining 0.40, half a mile just about. That should be easy to get to, but take a couple pictures here and take a couple drinks. From the Caribou River wayside, which is my first cache site. There is the river here. See if it'll focus in. There we go. River's going. There's my hiking poles. Got them held under my arm so I can hold the phone, and look at this. So let's see here. You can see I'll aim this way here. Pan. Zoom in. You can see how close. You see up here it says 200 feet. That little bracket there is 200 feet. So 200 feet, 400, about 500 feet. That's not bad. 600 feet. So now, back button. You'll see what's up. Yeah, there we go. It's 8:21. I should be there in about 2 minutes. Gone 2.15 miles, average speed. There we go. All that good stuff. Temp is fluctuating a little bit, but that's fine. Heart rate's up 710 calories just in this 2-mile walk. Gee whiz. All right, well, I'm gonna lock this onto my little chest holder thing and hold my watch right here, hold my poles right here, and then just hopefully this thing focused in real good. Let's see. Yep, it's focused in. Okay. It's going to take it all the way to the parking lot, which take me about 2 minutes, and then go to the cache site. And now I remember where the cache site is. However, if this were nighttime and I didn't remember, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to zoom in here to 50 feet. And show how far away it is as I walk. So there's me, there's the course. And you can see the number 1 up there on the top right. That's the number for the cache site. Oh wow, there are people up here. There's a bunch of vehicles up here now. Yep, coming up on the parking lot. And now let's see how accurate this is, because I remember where I cached the stuff. Now let's see, when I came here last night, that Honda was there. I thought there was no overnight parking here. This is new. That fancy ass Subaru is new. Truck, a little Chevy's new. So now let's see here. Actually gonna go, says that I'm very close. Whoops, go this way. So now, so I'm very close. Now, I know it's over here, but I want to see if I actually get to it. Where did I put it? There it is, right there. You can see the bag right there. It is perfect. And made it to my destination. I'm going to stop this. Save it. Saving. Recovery time 62 hours, just like last night. And it'll show the details here. All right, a little over an hour, 2.25 miles, and 731 calories. Okay, cool. All right. Oh no. Damn it. I'm at Laveau Mountain. Here is the view from Laveau Mountain in northern Minnesota. That was a heck of a walk. Colors look kind of cool. Anyway, elevation 1572 might be a little bit off. Let's see here. Temperature 60 degrees. That's 60 degrees on the Tempe thermometer on the back of my pack. I don't have my heart rate mounted on, so I can't tell how many calories I burned, but that's fine. There is the map. Time of day, 10:55. We're going for 38 minutes, 1.25 miles, just under 2 miles an hour. So I'm going to pause this and resume it later.
Just going to have a little snack. Cool. Left Laveau Mountain. Now I'm back on the trail here, the main Superior hiking trail. And I'm creeping up on 2 miles on my watch here. Oh, been going for an hour, so it says drink. Good, my alert, perfect timing. Walking for an hour, and my alert says to drink, so I gotta stop here and take a little drink. All right, but anyways, want to kind of quick review while you can see the scenery here. The watch has held up really well. It's fantastic weather out, so it's not like I really have to think about that, but it's just fantastic. Used it all last night, you know, for what you call it, hiking. Well, not all last night, but used it for a little over an hour, maybe 2 hours total, doing different things. And used it this morning and using it today, and it's working great. Everything's working great so far. Once I get to 2 miles here, then I'll check in and check some different things. I'm not wearing my heart rate monitor, which means that obviously that I can't see my heart rate, but also it means that I can't see how many calories I'm burning because I can't tell my heart rate. But I'm glad I'm not wearing it because I guess it really doesn't really matter here on a hike. The other thing I'm doing different here is I'm not following my course. When I created the course, I started at the southernmost point and I ended at the northernmost point. Well, I didn't realize that when you get on the course, somewhere in the middle of the course, or no, I'm sorry, I started at the northernmost, ended at the southernmost. I didn't realize that if you get on the course somewhere in the middle, it assumes that you're going all the way on the course, so that it gives you a distance remaining. I mean, that's a common sense, but I shouldn't have done it. Or I should have just created different sections of courses, different courses, instead of just all one big course. It's not a big mistake or anything. It's a lesson learned. No, it's not the watch's fault. It's my fault. At any rate, what's good about this, let's see here. As I drop my hiking poles, it's annoying. Get up to this little tree here. What's great about what's happening here, though, is I'm just doing a hike. Not doing any sort of, there we go. 2 miles. I'm going to take this off, make it a little bit easier to go through the stuff. Okay. There, 2 miles. 37 minutes on the second mile. It's longer because I stopped a couple times. It's kind of neat. It gives you, that's my lap. I have it set. So time of day, 11:45. Distance, 2 miles. Average speed, 1.9. Elevation, 1307. Max elevation, 1594. Minimum elevation, 1306. Okay. Ascent. Temperature, 62. I have the Tempe thermometer on the back of my backpack. It could be getting some sun, so my guess is it may go up to about 70. Calories. None of this stuff is showing because I don't have my heart rate monitor, but that's fine. The sound you hear is leaves falling. Yeah, well, that's why they call it fall. See that boardwalk there? There's a lot of those on this trail. It's real muddy. But you can see the map. Now, what I want to do now is I want to pan out and see if I can see. Oh, there it is. See that C? That is a campsite. And you see that 2? That's a cache site. Perfect. That's awesome. So the campsite, I have that marked just so I know kind of roughly how much farther I have to go to get to a campsite. Even though I'm not going to a campsite, like I don't plan on it, it's kind of nice to know because that's probably where I'm going to have my lunch. Now, I tried boiling water last night. I didn't even get a fire because this wood is so punk and soggy. But all right, so we got to carry on. It's 12:35. Let's see what we got here. My steps I've taken so far today, 11,390. Pretty cool. altimeter right now, I'm at 1,300. Oops. See if we can get it there. 1,305 feet. I'm at the, let's see here. Focus in, West Laveau multi-group campsite. I got my water boiling there for my coffee after lunch. I got my lunch right here, which is just delicious. 2 things of ramen noodles, a little bit of the packet seasoning. That's beef roast right there. It's carrots, fresh onion that I brought with me and cut up. The beef roast with the carrots, and then there's some other onions in here. It was frozen last night, frozen for a few days, and then I brought it with me up here, and now I cooked it up. Had to thaw it out a little bit because it was still cold up here, and you can see the steam coming out. It's going to be so delicious. But anyway, Fenix 3 watch. Right, so it's almost 2 o'clock. I've been going for almost 2 hours. 3.75 miles, 1.9 miles an hour. We're at 1489 ascent. Temperature 61.6. Yeah, feels about right. Calories. That must just be the normal calories for the time. And there's the map. And there's that. But let me check something out here. Let's see. Max elevation 1594, minimum elevation 3057. Now watch what's going to happen at 2. Drink. So after each hour, I have my little alert set up for drink. But now I want to get back to the main screen. So I long press the down button. It takes me to there. I'm going to go down 13,000 steps. There's the temp, altimeter, pad. I don't need that, so then I hit the back button. It takes me back to that. All right, so far so good. So here I am on this hilly section here, and when I save some locations on Google Maps using the IQ Map Receiver app, one of the locations I saved was a campsite up here. I had originally planned this campsite up here to be my lunch stop, but since I stopped at West Laveau, they don't need to stop here. However, it is useful because I can show you on the map here. First of all, 2:14. Been going a little over 2 hours, coming up on 5 miles. I figured 2 miles an hour. I'm going a little slower than that. I stopped a couple times. Temperature 62. And so here we go. There's the campsite. Now, I'm walking this way. I'm walking pretty much southwest. And the campsite looks like it's about 1/5 of a mile away, maybe a little less. So I'm going to guess it is 0.18 miles away. So from where I'm at now, and I am at 446 right now. So if it's 0.18, it'll be 4.66. Or no, I'm at 4.47, so 0.18, it'll be 4.65. So at 4.65, I should be at the campsite. And so going to the campsite that I thought was close by. According to the map on my watch, it is pretty close by. So let's see. It's not as muddy over here. It's still dirt, but not much mud. So I think it was 4.47 was my mile mark when I was up there. And I guessed that the campsite was 0.18 miles away, or a mile away, or whatever you want to call it. So I figured when my miles marker was at 4.65, then I'd be at the campsite. That's just based off of a visual on the map data screen on my Fenix 3. And the little legend up top that shows the distance was at 0.2 between the brackets, and the bracket distance looked like a little bit farther than the distance from where I was at to the campsite location that I'd saved. I'm kind of glad I saved it to give me an idea. So then not too far past the campsite, hopefully, is the cache number, should be cache number 2. Should be just a number 2. All right, here we go. Let's keep this going. Hopefully the campsite is up here. I don't even know. I want to say it's Springdale Creek. I'm not sure what it's called. But this originally was going to be my lunch stop, which would have been my lunch stop. You know, I would have got here about an hour and a half ago. But I already had delightful lunch, hearty lunch, and coffee, which was so good. So good. Just the right amount of coffee, just the right amount of sugar. Oh, here we go with the mud. A lot of mud. A lot of mud. The internet videos, people weren't lying. Yeah, this is a muddy section. And the trail guide and the Superior Hiking Trail Association, they weren't lying either. Yeah, it's very muddy. So my mile marker distance on my watch has me at 4.6 right now. So at 500ths of a mile, coming up here, should be a campsite. That's what I'm guessing. That was just my eyeball guess. Just an eyeball guess. I don't remember if the campsite loops around, you know, like the Crystal Creek did, or whatever, but it should be pretty close. There should at least be signage for it. Okay, 300ths of a mile. I'm at 4.62. Should be coming up here pretty quick. And let's see. 4.63. I guessed 4.65, right? That was my guess. 4.63 still. What the hell? Am I getting bit by something? Oh. What do we got here? 4.64. And let's see. There's a little snowmobile or whatever road here. Cross-country skiing only. Okay. 4.65, and we're not there yet. So maybe it was a little bit farther than I thought. All right. Well, let me stop and see how close I am on the watch. I'm at 4.66. Oh, I should be right there. It should be right up here. Let's keep this video going. And this is good to kind of get an accurate test of the visualizing on the map how far away something is. Oh, it's because there was a lot of squiggles there, I see. How far away something is based on the distance legend thing at the top of the screen. I guessed 0.18. It's looking like it's more 0.20 or even longer. Or even longer. There should be a sign. But see, that's the thing too. I don't know if it's over there or it's over there and I have to loop back. I don't know. I'll find out though pretty soon. Maybe it's closer or maybe it's farther away than 0.20. And I can check it on the paper map too, which is in my pocket, which is getting damp and sweaty. So this must be something here. Okay. Don't quite know what I'm looking at here. Oh, there it is. There's the campsite right there. You can see people. So it It wasn't 0.10. It was more of like or 0.18. It was more 0.25. So the campsite's down there, and that must be Springdale Creek. I don't want to go down there because there's people down there, so it's always awkward when you got people already at the campsite. Well, that's good though. So then, oh no, here's a campsite right here. Oh no, here it is. Let's see. Here at Springdale Creek. This was my original lunch stop, but I ended up stopping at West Laveau, and that was awesome anyway. So you can see the color. The maples are really trying, but it seems to be a little early. Look at that. That's fantastic. Springdale Creek is a legit creek, and this is another legit bridge. It's pretty cool. At any rate, I'm starting this back up and on to Britain, and then there's my cache there, and it's going to be fantastic. Peak and Britain, and headed to Carlton Peak, and then going to Temperance River. All right, there we go. It's almost 6 o'clock. Creeping up on 10 miles. Stop on hits 10. My lap time for this is going to be real slow, because that was Carlton Peak. Was cruddy. Let's see. Oh, no, that was a good one. That's probably the best yet. 24. Okay, nice. Carlton Peak, I don't want to go there. F that. So Carlton Peak was 2 miles that way, huh? And then Britain was 3.6. All right. Oh, that's the Temperance River. Good, good, good. So now, let's see where I'm at here. Elevation 1042. Temperature 58, got a little cooler. Sunset, coming up. Yeah, calories and all that, that doesn't mean anything. And the map doesn't mean much either, because I'm not close to any of my saved locations. So, Temperance River, it's 8:11. I've gone 10 miles, almost 11 miles. Elevation 865. Temperature 56.7. Sunset's coming up. There it is. Sunset. Sometimes there's moose on this river. I don't see any. All right. And there's the map. Everything looks good, and I'm heading out. Temperance River. Okay, cool. I am coming up on cache number 3. Perfect. Good. Saved a lot of miles doing this, even though I'm at 13 miles right now. That's fantastic. 13 miles. Gee whiz. That was the quickest mile ever, because I'm on the highway. So that was a fast one. But anyway, elevation pretty low, 789. Temperature is down to 52, just how I like it. And creeping up on the cache site. So when I get to the cache, it's all good. Shutting this off for a second here. There's the Cross River. Cool. All right, let's see if my cache is 10 after 9. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that happened today. So first things first, let me click on my history here. History, activities, today. So it's loading up. I have this under a sleeping bag because I'm just cowboy camping under the stars here. Details, yep. Alright, so here's the details of today when I started my hike at 10:16 at Oberg Mountain. 15.39 miles, 8 hours.
You can see the calories. Calories isn't right. It's actually probably about 3,000 or 4,000 because I didn't have my heart rate monitor on. Yeah, didn't. That's not on. Ascent, descent, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. Laps, map. Let's look at the map. You can see the map here where I went 15 miles. Oh, boom, 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 all the way from there to there. Cool. And you can see I'm camped. Let's zoom in a little bit here. There we go. That's perfect. You can see I'm camped right there in the middle of these two campsites. Got cache 2, cache 3. Good to go. One more cache tomorrow. And that's all buttery. Track back, no. Time and zone, no. Elevation plot. Let's look at the elevation plot. I never actually looked at this one. Let's see. Oh, look at that. 717 all the way. That's pretty cool. High point 15A7. It's pretty cool. Oh, there we go. My steps today. 37,000 steps. That'll do. Surpassed my goal. Awesome. Temperature right now, 48.8. Max temp 65. Min temp 47. Cool. Altimeter 1190. I'm up here. I had to walk up a lot. And that's about it. Good hike. I'm super tired, so I'm going to shut this down. One more thing. I'm going to set my alarm clock tomorrow. So, got it on clock. Go to alarm clock. 6:15 off once. Yep. And I'm going to turn it on. Status on. On. Perfect. Okay, now I'm getting out of this. And going to bed. Yeah, one more thing here. Let me set this on here. So, I started this hike last night at 8 o'clock. Since then, I've hiked about 22 miles. Used the watch to track the whole thing in different ways. When I started, I had, I think it was like 99 or 98% battery. And let's see, right now, I'm at 25% battery. That's not bad. And that's doing a lot of stuff. Had the heart rate monitor on for a bit. 49, getting kind of a late start, but I slept till 7. My alarm, I didn't turn it on. I set it, but I didn't turn it on. So I'm going to start this as a hike. I have my heart rate monitor and I have my thermometer in the back, and I'm only down to about 23%, so I may not make it very long. I got about 12 miles to go today, but if it gives me a low battery warning and I'm at a nice little stopping point, then I'll just stop and charge the watch for a bit and then keep on going. Taking a while for the GPS to catch on. Okay, thermometer's ready. Just a second here. Over here at the Cross River. There we go. Starting at low battery sign. I believe that means it's at 15%. I think there's another low battery sign at 5%, so I'm going to keep it going for now. Let's see. 10:47 in the morning, gone 2 hours. Distance 4.29, average speed. I just got a little beep because my battery is low. Oops. You can see battery's at 10%. And that's fine because I'm just going to keep going until I hit my next cache spot, which is about 1.5 miles up.
By then the battery should be just about dead, and I can pause for a while and recharge the battery. All right, cool. Here. It's gonna 5 miles right there on the watch. So I'm just gonna keep going for a bit, and it gets to 5 miles. Take a look at some of the stats on the watch and some of the things that I got going on. And I think I have a total of 11 miles to go. And if my estimate of about 4 miles way back when was correct as far as getting to the cache site, if that was correct, then the cache site should be coming up pretty soon, which is Kramer Road or County Road 1. But this is a very pleasant stretch here. I gotta admit, this is probably the easiest overall stretch. This last 5 miles is, well, the first mile and a half or 2 miles was a little rough up and down, but this last 3 miles have been very pleasant, very easy. Been a couple muddy areas, but for the most part it's pretty dry, pretty clear, and pretty even as far as elevation, so not a lot of ups and downs, which is perfect for when you're finishing your hike. Okay, so coming up on 5 miles here. I'll take my watch off. Just stop here, take it off, just so I'm ready. Take the watch off and hold the hiking poles. And when I stop like this, I don't pause my activity. So that affects my miles per hour. My speed is kind of messed up, but it is what it is. So let's see here. Oops. There we go. 5 miles. And it's going to give me a little readout of how quick that 5 miles went. Let me just walk a little bit farther here. There it is. Oh, 24:43. That's one of the fastest ones. That makes sense because it's very even ground. Let's go back over here. So now, go back to basics. 11:04. Walking for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Average speed. Elevation 13-14. Pretty easy. Temperature 67. Well, it's heating up, and I think it's because the sun is out and it's on my pack a lot. Heart rate's up, yeah. Calories, 1,500, that sounds right. And now look here, very close to the cache site. It's my last cache. So I'm just gonna take video of this, but also I wanted to show the steps, 10,000 steps. Temperature 66.7 on that, and on that. Notepad I don't have there. So I'll go back to this readout here, and just keep on rolling. Once I get to this cache site, oh, I wanted to see the battery percentage here. Let's see. Oh, come on. Sometimes it's finicky with the... So I'm at 8%. Okay, cool. Get out of that, go back to that. I can hear the road, so I'm very close. All right, that's the back way. That's the front way. Zoomed in on the map there. You can see probably about 500 feet or so from cache number 4. So I'm just going to keep this going like this. Probably about 500 feet or so from cache number 4, my final cache. Cool. All right, here I go. Break down some of the tech gear that I brought on my hiking trip up north. That relates to the Garmin Fenix 3 watch. Of course, I brought my Garmin Fenix 3. As you can see, it's just the base model, Garmin Fenix 3. It does not have the HR. It's got the factory straps. It's not the Sapphire version. The only alteration thing that it has that's different, you can kind of see, is it has a Skinomi Fenix 3 screen protector. That's Skinomi. Comes in a pack of 6. I've only changed out one because it got kind of scratchy. And you can see the little... I go like that, you can see the little skin oils on there move around like that. The other thing that I brought is my Garmin Tempe external thermometer. You can see it comes in 2 pieces. It's this little nugget looking thing, very, very discreet, and to put it in, you just put this on a strap, like you put a strap here, whatever, your backpack or whatever, or some people do it on their shoe. And then there's a little nodule here, like a little, I guess you call it like a little knob right here, there's a little notch here. You put that notch in there like that, and it clicks right down. The other thing I brought was my chest heart rate monitor. This is just the basic one, it's not the swimming one, and that worked fine. I wore that for about a third, maybe half of the actual hike. I brought my charger because I wasn't sure how long the battery would go on, 100% or 99%. I ended up using this very briefly charging it for about 20 minutes. And then I brought, of course, just a battery. It's like a portable battery charger thing. You charge this at home or in your car, and then it has USB ports. That's what I use to charge this. But that's it. Aside from that, I brought my phone. I brought a 128 gig flash drive, and I brought a separate cord to plug the flash drive into my phone so I could transfer video and photos to the flash drive because it has more memory than my phone. But as far as the Fenix 3, this is it. This is what I brought. And it was great. Everything worked out great. Okay, I got home a couple days ago from my hiking trip up north on the Superior Hiking Trail in Minnesota, wearing my Fenix 3 watch, my Garmin Fenix 3. And I wore the watch the entire trip. A couple things I wanted to kind of go over. The last portion of the trip, for some reason, I did something where I can't find the video, or I accidentally deleted the video, so there's a portion at the end that is missing. And all that is just shows the final stat of the final leg of the trip, or the final stats. At any rate, I can go back through the history here. Of my activities. So long press the up button, arrow down to history, activities, Sunday, Sunday, Saturday, Saturday, Friday. So there's Friday. Go to Friday, details. It was a hike. Distance 1.67 miles, shows the time, the average speed, calories burned. Now I did wear my heart rate sensor, and you can see average heart rate, max heart rate. And the TE is training effect. All right, ascent, I only went up 82 feet. So anyway, you can see that's Friday. Saturday, this was Saturday morning. That Friday was in the evening. This is Saturday morning. You can see the time that it starts right up here. Distance 2.24, average speed. Again, I wore my heart rate monitor, so average heart rate 136, training effect, and all that stuff. Now Saturday during the day, as you can see, this is a little bit different. It's a hike, 8 hours, 15.39 miles. Now it takes a while to load because it was a long activity. So it's going to take a while to load. Just so you know, I have my watch on 5% backlight right now. So let's look at the details. Distance, or the time I started, it was 10:16 a.m. 15.39 miles, 8 hours. Calories 1211. Now I didn't wear my heart rate monitor for this. The calories are off because of that. Calories are based on your speed and your heart rate and your weight and different things like that. So that's where you can see my average heart rate, 72. That's wrong. Training effect, that doesn't show anything either. Ascent and descent. But here's what I wanted to see. There's the map. There's time and zone, elevation plot, all that stuff. So I'm going to look at the map. And look at that. Now, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and you can see where I started up here and went all the way down there. Now the C is a campsite. The numbers are caches. So I got second cache, third cache, and those two campsites right there. Those are the campsites where I ended up. That third cache was on the Cross River wayside. So at any rate, that's Saturday. That was my main one. Now here's Sunday. I did two different ones, both hikes. And this time, it takes a while to load. This time I wore my heart rate monitor so you can see the calories are a lot different. 5 miles, 2.5 hours, average speed. Average heart rate, 144. Yeah, that was in the morning. So I just woke up. Training effect, 5.0, that's bad. I think you want a lower number. And then last leg, Sunday right here. 2.5 hours, 5.47 miles. Takes a second to load. Started that at about noon. And this was my last one all the way to the car. You can see the stats. At any rate, going back and looking at the history is really handy. Really handy. You can see the steps for different days too. Today, yesterday, look at Sunday, 21,000. Look at Saturday, 37,000 steps. Friday, 10,000. Saturday was a big one. Saturday I did 17 miles total. But also I can add up the total of the miles I did, and it came out to 29.9, I believe. And that was awesome. Having this watch was so nice, and now I can look back and see all my activity stats and everything. Okay, I got back a couple days ago from my hiking trip up north, and I wore my Garmin Fenix 3 the entire time, and I kept track of some things and wanted to show you on the Garmin Connect app. So in order to do that, the best way to do it is go to calendar and go to the different dates. So this is October, but I actually started September 30th. So we'll go over to September, down to the 30th here, and you can see SHT, that's Superior Hiking Trail. I know it looks like another word, but that's not it. Sugarloaf Road to Crystal Creek Campsite. Whoops. I highlight that. Show you the basics. Time 55 minutes. Distance just under 2 miles, 639 calories. We'll look at the map here. And we'll go up here, change it to hybrid, kind of get an idea. So that's my starting point. Well, let's actually do this way. Let's do satellite view. We don't do laps. Do map view. We'll do it like this. That's my starting point where I parked the car, and I hiked all the way over here to the Crystal Creek campsite right here. I hiked at night, which you can see on my video. So that turned out pretty well. And then some of the things that were recorded, my speed. It was a night hike, so average speed was a little bit lower. My max speed was 4 miles an hour. That doesn't seem right at all. I don't know why it would be so high. Average pace, all that stuff. You can see all the elevation. Wasn't much elevation change. Down here, average temperature. The max temperature is off. That's because when the Fenix 3 watch first syncs to your Tempe external thermometer, it goes off of the temperature on your watch for the first couple seconds. So that is the max temperature. That's incorrect. That's one of the little flaws that I don't like. You can see my laps. I automatically set my laps for a mile, but you can see my mile, 36-minute mile. That's a very slow mile. And I actually went faster than I thought I would because it was a night hike. You can see here my pace. Heart rate went up because there was some hill that I had to climb every now and then. You can see the peak right here. And you can kind of see heart rate stayed pretty even with the elevation. But then when I got down here and had to climb up here, it spiked a little bit. Here we go. Now let's go to October. You can see the Saturday, October 1st. I split it up into two different things. Right here, Crystal Creek campsite to Caribou River Wayside. That was in the morning. A little over an hour, a little over 2 miles, 731 calories. Basic stuff. You can see the map. Went from the campsite right up here. That was a mile, and then 2 miles, and then right there. Then the shuttle picked me up there and took me up to the next spot. And again, this was very basic, but this was during the day. So now this one was a big one. Oberg Mountain to Cross River Campsite. And I took a little spur. You can see 8 hours, 15.39 miles. Now the calories are so low because I didn't wear my heart rate monitor. And you can see all the little mileage laps here. Boom, 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 boom. Down here I cheated. I kind of made a little decision. Instead of going up here and all the way through here and then down to the spur where I had a cache, I decided to go straight walk on the highway to get the cache. But you can see some of the stats here. Average speed 1.9, max speed 96 miles per hour. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, I don't know how that's possible, but apparently that's possible. That's funny. Total time 8 hours. Moving time 6.43. Oh wow, so that takes into account the time that I stopped. So the actual moving time was that. Elapsed time was, wow, so it was over 10 hours. Heart rate doesn't matter because I didn't wear my heart rate sensor. Elevation gain 2,100 feet. Minimum elevation 714. Max elevation there. Elevation loss 27. Wow. Calories is wrong. Average temperature 58. And see the 84 of the high? That's not right. Look at all this. All these laps. Fastest mile was 19.46. That was on the road. And you can see here. Pace, average, 31 minutes a mile. Best, 37 seconds a mile. I don't know how that's possible. Elevation, temperature, all that stuff. So now that's October 1st. Let's go to October 2nd. Cross River Campsite to Kramer Road parking lot. 2.5 hours, 5.17 miles. I wore my heart rate monitor on this one. So you can see, I had a cache right there. But you can see 1,600 calories. All of this stuff. Average moving speed, 2.3. Average speed, 2.1. Max speed, 48. I don't know where they get that. There's some kind of glitch with that. Max temperature is not 91 degrees. This was right. Minimum and average. The minimum is right. 2.4 miles an hour on one of my miles. That was a good one. Heart rate 144 was the average. 170 was the max. And you can kind of see how the heart rate spikes up with these hills. See how that works? Makes sense. And then this one here, this was the last leg of the trip. 2.5 hours, 5.47 miles, 1,500 calories. And going from Kramer Road all the way down through here. I'm going to give you an idea. You can see there, now that doesn't show the topographical or anything, and that's where I parked. And you can just see the other stats here. What I like about this, and that was during the day, so you can see the temperature. Low of 63, average of 66. Yeah, this was my final stretch. And you can see all of these stats, which is really nice to record. I really like it that they recorded all that stuff on the Fenix 3. Hey everybody. I'm sure some of you are wondering, oh, who is this guy? This is the guy normally behind the camera that's making these silly Garmin Fenix 3 videos. And I kind of just want to give you a little background. I'm 40 years old. I got a little girl who's a year old, and my wife and I have another child on the way, a boy coming in December. And I like to go out hiking. I like to go to state parks and all that stuff. I'm not a very fit guy. I'm 5'10", about 225 right now. But way back in, I would say, early March, I started thinking, oh, maybe I want to get some sort of device that'll kind of assist me when I'm out hiking and adventuring and all that stuff, going to state parks. And started looking into Garmin handheld devices. I bought one, I didn't like it. Then I bought a Sunto Core watch. I like the ABC functions, I like the watch, okay. But then I started looking at, maybe I want to have something that has a map on the watch that can have GPS, and I can use it as a sort of a primary device for navigating and getting around in the woods. I never looked at it as something for fitness. So I started looking at the tactics and different Garmin watches, and I thought, what am I going to do here, you know? I found on Craigslist this Fenix 3 with the heart rate monitor, the chest strap, for $385. And since I bought my Sunto Core for $95 on Craigslist, and that was a good transaction, I figured I'll give it a shot. This has been the best purchase I've ever made in my life when it comes to tech, when it comes to gear. And I'm not a tech guy, I'm not any of that stuff, okay? I don't even have a computer. I use a tablet and I use a phone. But this thing here has motivated me to get off my butt and go walking instead of driving, go biking when possible. I even went swimming with this one time, and that's rare. But I do like to go hiking, and this is my primary thing that I use for hiking. It keeps track of things. On this last little trip, the map feature came in so handy. The little paper map I had kept it in my pocket. It kept getting damp, and then overnight it would just get damp from condensation or just moisture in the air. And it was a pain in the butt to have to take it out, unfold it, and this and that. I didn't have anything marked on there. All I had, all that showed was where this river is or that river or whatever. But on my Fenix 3, I had saved locations of where I put my caches of water and food, of where campsites are, and I utilized it. It was fantastic. The last leg of the trip, I didn't even look at my map. I just looked at my Fenix 3. As a smartwatch, I like it. I mean, it serves my needs. I just connect it via Bluetooth and I get emails, I get phone call. You know, the note, it'll notify me if I'm getting a phone call, which normally I have my phone on me, but if my phone's somewhere else within Bluetooth range, it's good. If I'm at a movie, I turn the phone volume completely off, notifications, and I can tell on my watch. Same thing if I'm in a meeting or any sort of a situation where it's quiet. So I like the smartwatch feature. I also like that it connects to my phone's weather, and I can see the weather on there. I like the Ant Plus technology with the heart rate monitor, the Tempe thermometer. The Tempe thermometer is a little bit touchy. Could take 10 seconds, could take 3 or 4 minutes for it to actually connect and to show a temperature. That's a pain in the butt. But when you're on an activity, when you're doing a hike, a run, anything, it connects a lot quicker and it shows the stats. The only beef I have is, for some reason, that short little lag time between, and I'm getting a low battery signal here, between connecting this to the thermometer, the max temp is always what this reads. So if you're wearing it on your wrist, max temp could be 89 degrees, it could be 30 degrees outside, or wherever you're at. But for some reason, the max temp is what the watch reads instead of the Tempe thermometer. I wish Garmin would get rid of that. That's a glitch, I don't like it. Other than that, thermometer works great, and connecting works great. Heart rate monitor, same thing, works great. Bluetooth, connecting to my tablet, connecting to my phone, it's seamless. And with the Garmin Connect app, it's perfect. That's another thing. The Garmin Connect application, you can connect to people all over the world. You can compare your activities, your steps, whatever little things you're doing. There are people that are ultra marathoners, there are people that are cyclists, or just adventurers, and this and that. And it's not just for the Fenix 3, it's for the Vivo Fit, for any of the Garmin products that are like wearables. The watch itself is so customizable and configurable. It's amazing, okay? You can change your watch faces for free. You can download different ones from the Garmin Connect store and get different watch faces. Everything from kooky classic video game themes to modern watch faces that don't even have numbers or letters. They're just like
symbols or whatever, okay? You can do anything you want on it. I don't use my watch as a showpiece, I guess. I'm not wearing it as I put on my $5,000 suit, okay? You know, I don't have a $5,000 suit. I'm not going to high-powered meetings. And, you know, it's all neat, you know, for that, but I'm not the most interesting man in the world. I'm not wearing my watch so that people ask, what kind of watch is that? It's got scratches, it's got scuffs because I take it outdoors, I use it outdoors. So, you know, paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a watch like this so that it looks good at a boardroom meeting or wherever, to me that just seems silly. Why not just, if you got that kind of money, just go buy a regular, you know, showpiece watch. I'm not saying, you know, you can't, that's great, but to me this is a piece of equipment, and I use it as such. I wear it most of the time. The functions and the features, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. If you see my videos, I highlight a lot of different things on it. I have very few complaints. I have a whole hell of a lot of praise for this watch. At the end, this watch, it's changed my life. It's made me more aware of being physically active. It's being more aware of connecting to other people and comparing. And anytime I want to go do anything outdoors, I wear my watch. I wear my watch at work, and I deliver pizzas. That's my job. I'm a pizza delivery guy. You probably would have never guessed it. I'm a pizza delivery guy. So at night, I wear my watch. I'm banging around the store. There's all kinds of metal everywhere. It doesn't matter. I bang into it. Who cares? My little baby daughter, she'll play with my watch, and I don't care. This thing is rugged. I've dropped it several times. Nothing has happened. Banged it into rocks. Banged it into trees. It's great. Anyway, Garmin's not paying me to make these videos. Okay, Garmin doesn't endorse me or any of that. Neither does Skinomi, neither does any of the products that I use. This watch, I'm just making videos because the watch literally changed my life. It's changed my life on a daily basis too. It tracks my sleep. I mean, come on, it tracks your sleep. Anyway, but my name's Jeremy. Thanks for watching my videos. And hell yeah, man, Garmin Fenix 3. I can't wait for the Fenix 4. I want to see what that's all about. All right.